Welcome to Today Book. This is the place where we don't just read books, we understand them. Today's topic, dopamine detox, is very close to my heart because I myself have gone through that feeling, where now even with everything, there is a feeling of emptiness. Come, let's understand this journey together. This question probably echoes in all our minds at some point. Reels are everywhere, shows are there, friends' updates are there. There is a constant noise. But when everything is quiet at night, there is a strange silence. A void. Just think, where does this feeling come from? Today we will go to the bottom of this question. So, our journey will be something like this. First, we will understand that strange emptiness. Then we will look at the science behind it, the hunger for more. After that, we will differentiate between the truth and myths of detox, and then we will talk about practical ways to reset the brain. Finally, we will reach the destination of peace by looking at the power of small habits. To understand this, for a moment, think about Yash, a 22-year-old young man. In his phone, there is entertainment from all over the world. Friends are online, games are there, new shows are there. His life never stops, but he is stagnant inside. In Yash's story, somewhere we all see a reflection of ourselves, surrounded by such a noise that makes the inner silence even deeper. Perhaps this is all our story. We are so afraid of boredom that we have trapped ourselves in a web of busyness. We scroll, watch, play so that not a single moment of silence comes. But the more we get caught in this web, the more restless the heart becomes. We are never bored, but are we ever truly satisfied? So, where is the root of this restlessness? Its root is in a chemical inside our brain, dopamine. Now, dopamine is often portrayed as a villain, but that's not the whole truth. Dopamine is like a compass that guides our desires. The problem is not with the compass. The problem is that we have rotated it so much in every direction that it is not working properly anymore. And this is often not told to anyone. Dopamine is not a chemical of happiness, but a chemical of desire or craving. It is the power that tells us to get up and achieve that thing. Once upon a time, I also thought that more dopamine meant more happiness. But then I understood that it only increases hunger. It does not necessarily fill the stomach. So, let's see how this cycle works. Very easy and equally dangerous. The first step is a signal, like the sound of a phone notification. The second step, out of habit, we pick up the phone. The third step, a small reward is received. Like a funny video, and then comes the most important part. The fourth step is craving. The brain says, it was fun, do it again, and we get stuck in that cycle. To understand this, listen to Arjun's story. Arjun loved sweets. Initially, a small piece of jaggery would give him a lot of happiness. Then he started eating sweets, then cakes, then imported chocolates. There came a time when the same jaggery tasted bland to him. His craving was increasing, but the pleasure he got from everything was decreasing. We all have an Arjun inside us who, in pursuit of big highs, forgets the taste of small pleasures. So now we have two paths before us. Two kinds of lives. On one side is a high dopamine life, where there is constant restlessness, the mind is scattered, and the heart is empty. And on the other side is a low dopamine, i.e., balanced life, where there is peace, focus, and satisfaction in every moment. The decision is ours as to which boat we want to board. Now, let's come to that word that is heard everywhere these days. Dopamine detox. When I first heard about it, it seemed like a fashion trend to me too. But when I tried to go deeper into it, I understood that there is an important truth hidden behind this word. But the first and most basic question is, can we really detox or fast from such a chemical that our brain needs to function? Is it even possible? And this is where people make mistakes. Science clearly states that the name dopamine detox is a bit misleading. You cannot eliminate dopamine, nor should you. The real goal is to reset the brain's sensitivity. Just like you reset your computer to default settings so that it stops behaving strangely. Dr. Cameron Sipa, who coined this term, his real goal was cognitive behavioral therapy. That is, to understand and improve one's thoughts and habits, not to eliminate any chemical. So now that we have understood the basics, let's move on to practical steps. Now we will talk about ways to give our tired brain a much-needed break. Calling it a reset instead of a detox is probably better. The first step should always be the easiest. Only a one-day plan, a Sunday for 24 hours, social media, games, streaming, everything off. Only essential calls. On this day, do things that we might have forgotten. Walk for a while, pick up a book, or just talk with your family without screens. When I first did this, I felt as if a burden had been lifted from my mind. If you can do a little more, there is a 3-day plan. For essential work like work emails, you can use the screen twice a day. But its purpose is to reconnect with the real physical world. After this, you will feel as if the dust has been wiped off the mirror of your brain, and everything seems clearer. And finally, there is a 7-day plan. This is a complete reboot. Holidays are the best time for this. Its purpose is to break deep-seated old habits and give your mind a completely new start. Believe me, after this, you will see the world with new eyes. Don't be afraid of long plans. The first step is always small. This week, choose only one day. Just one day, and observe. See how your mind feels without this noise. Believe me, that one day's experience can teach you a lot. But one thing always needs to be remembered. This reset is just a beginning. A foundation. Real lasting change comes from small daily habits. Just as a whole building is built brick by brick, similarly, these small habits build your abode of peace. So these are those small daily pushes that make a big difference. First, sleep. Sleep at the same time every day, because the brain cleans itself during sleep. Second, food. Simple and healthy food gives peace to the stomach, and the peace of the stomach is directly connected to the brain. Third, morning sun and a little walk. This sets your body's internal clock. Then a 5-minute break during work, but without the phone. And finally, one thing at a time. Multitasking is a deception that only tires our brain. My own experience also says that the biggest changes in life do not come from big dramatic actions. They come from quietly adopting small daily habits consistently. These habits are like drops of rain that slowly form a whole river. The real power is in this quiet consistency. So in the end, we have to change our destination, our purpose. Success does not mean constantly chasing new highs. Real success is not in wealth and fame, but in the peace of heart. This is the destination where the search for restlessness ends. If you understand this point, the rest becomes easy. The goal is not to kill desire, but to guide it in the right direction. Our focus is like a wild horse. If we let it loose, it will throw us anywhere. But if we take its reins in our hand, it can become our most valuable companion. The goal is to be the master of your focus, not a slave to notifications. Remember, true art, true mastery, is not in constantly making the brain run fast, but in keeping it balanced. This is the peace that we all seek. If only one thing is to be remembered from this whole conversation today, it is this. Real progress begins when we act on what we have learned.
Take a small step.
If this analysis has been helpful to you, then subscribe to Today Book. There is also a free action plan PDF in the link below this video. Be sure to check it out. Until next time, take care of yourself.